Hello students, this is our next video after studying of basics of operational amplifier, after studying the block diagram and pin diagram of operational amplifier. We need to know about different application of op-amp. So this video will deal with op-amp application. So the first type of application that we can have using op-amp is inverting type and non-inverting type. As we have studied earlier that a particular pin, the negative input of the op-amp IC is known as inverting and the positive input of op-amp IC is known as non-inverting. So we can study here how an op-amp can be used as inverting amplifier and a non-inverting amplifier. Also, the different else applications of op-amp are phase shifter, summing amplifier. As I have already told you that op-amp can be used as an adder. It can perform adding operation, integration, differentiation. So those mathematical operation can be also performed using op-amp. So summing amplifier, differential amplifier, differentiator, integrator, V2I converter, a very important, very particular application of op-amp, that is voltage to current converter and current to voltage converter. So these are the application of op-amp. Now op-amp application as inverting amplifier. This is the particular circuit of op-amp that can be designed when we need to use it as an inverting amplifier. Here you can see the input voltage is being connected in the negative path and the positive terminal is getting grounded. This particular combination of power supply for an op-amp IC is known as inverting. Whenever we are giving supply to the inverting terminal, it will act as an inverting amplifier. Now, why it is known as inverting? What this term inverting signifies, that we will know here. Here this point A, this is known as virtual ground. We consider that this point is at 0 voltage potential. Now, why it is virtual ground? In a practical ground, the voltage is 0 and the current is 0. Current also sink there, right? But here in point A, the voltage is 0. So that's a part of grounded portion, a part of property of being grounded is satisfied, but current is not 0. So this particular point, A point, is known as virtual ground. Now we will calculate the gain of this op-amp. Here we can see one input current and one feedback current. Since the point A is virtual ground, at point A, this input current will be equal to feedback current. So I in will be equals to IF. Now what is I in? Just apply nodal analysis. So V in minus 0 divided by Ri, and similarly what is IF? It will be 0 minus V out divided by RF. So as I in is equals to IF, we can equate this both two equations, and from that we can have V out by V in equals to minus Ri by RF. Hence, output voltage is the inverted of input voltage. This minus sign derives the inverted of input voltage. So minus V in into Ri by RF. So what is the gain of inverting amplifier? It is Ri input resistance divided by feedback resistance. So you need to remember this equation, V out for an inverting amplifier. It will be gain minus gain into input voltage. Now look at this waveform. This waveform actually describes the property of an inverting amplifier. See, as input we are providing a sinusoidal wave. but as an output we are getting a cosine wave. Why? Because inversion of sine gives us cosine. So this is the application of inverting amplifier, that whenever we are providing any input signal to the inverting amplifier, we are just getting the inverted output from that op-amp circuit. So that's all for inverting amplifier. Next, it is non-inverting amplifier. In this circuit, you can see that a voltage is being applied to the positive terminal of op-amp, that is non-inverting terminal, and the negative terminal is being grounded. But the feedback and the input resistance, they are always connected to the negative terminal. Besides, you can have the gain calculation of non-inverting amplifier, that we can write again V out by RF, that will be equals to the two currents V in by RF plus V in by RIN, and from that we can have the gain, that is V out equals to 1 plus RF by RIN into V in. That is the gain of non-inverting amplifier. And here you can see the input voltage is not getting inverted in the output. So this is the property of non-inverting amplifier. If we are providing any positive voltage, we are getting the positive voltage as output. If we are giving any sinusoidal voltage, we can have sinusoidal as output. That is the property of non-inverting amplifier. So here also you need to remember the output voltage equation of non-inverting amplifier. Last part of this video, the difference between inverting amplifier and non-inverting amplifier. The relation between input and output signal generated in inverting amplifier is with 180-degree phase shift. That is why whenever sinusoidal wave is being provided, it generates a cosine wave. In non-inverting amplifier, the output generated is the same as that of the applied input. The ratio in between the resistors gives the amplifier gain for this amplifier, that is for the inverting amplifier. In case of non-inverting, 1 plus the ratio of resistor determines the non-inverting gain of these amplifiers. In these two equations, you have to remember. In inverting amplifier, the slew rate and CMRR is high. Now, what is slew rate and CMRR? We will come later. Now, what is CMRR? You need to remember also for your MCQ, that is the full form of CMRR is common mode rejection ratio, right? You need to remember this full form. In case of non-inverting amplifier, functionality is dependent on non-inverting terminal. Last point, the non-inverting input terminal is connected to ground, that we have seen in the circuit, and similarly for non-inverting amplifier, the inverting input terminal is connected to ground. So these are all about inverting and non-inverting op-amp. Hope you understand about the differences, the basic points of inverting, non-inverting op-amp. From this part, you have to remember the circuits, the waveforms, the calculation of gain calculation of inverting, non-inverting op-amp. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me as a comment to this video. You can ask me via mail. You can ask me via WhatsApp. So thank you so much, students. Thank you for seeing this video.